Alright. This is a message from Lord Nurgle. I wait you on the Dread Isle. Yes. We know the message. Danny. This is Sands of Time. Today I'd like to get to Victory or Death, so it's going to be a 2-chapter thingy. My perfect start, yeah, I don't have enough damage. Alright then. Guess we'll have to tank whatever comes by positioning like this. Yeah, and relying on this 14% critical that, yeah, okay, might just happen, and then I get a free restore on this side. Okay, I'll have to send something to the convoy now. Will be the elixir, I still have Pent. Pent will now have the ability to restore someone, so then I don't have to worry that much about the berserks, and the other restore I have on Serra. Okay, this could be... Oh, nice, finally. Finally. Hey Matthew, listen to this. You'll never believe how mean Lord Hector was to me. Blimey. Why is Matthew canonically British? I'll never get that. What now? I said to him, give me some vassals. And do you know what he said back to me? Can you guess, can you? Nothing! He ignored me. Can you believe it? And you are so very, very difficult to ignore. Right. You are seriously the only person who could understand how much hurt I am feeling right now. I'm not sure anyone could understand. Why is Lord Hector always so mean to us? I mean, we're always putting our life on the line for him. I hate to admit it, but you may have a pointer. I have approached him many times with my own request, only to be turned away. Yeah, see? So what did you ask for, Matthew? Vassals, rank, promotion, jewels? I told him there was an unwanted distraction. That it was making it difficult for me to work. That he should let me do things my own way. That I should be free from this distraction. Yeah. I totally know what you mean, Matthew. Lord Hector just doesn't understand our needs. We should go complain to him together. Man, are you ever thick? Come along, Matthew. You'll be left behind if you do that also. It's not bad looking. If only she would yes. Shut up. Matthew! Yeah, come along, I know. Save me. Right? Yeah, that's... I do actually like that support. Like, I think it's just very funny. Okay, it's finally time, right? Has to be now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe it's a bit too risky, but I don't care. Alright, it's time for a dual promotion. I'm going to do this first with Lynn, because she obviously can't equip the bow before promoting. So I have to promote her. As I said, she doesn't get any speed, but she gets like quite a lot of resistance actually. So we're talking now some decent bulk at least. And then Wrath will come here, has support, okay, everything's going my way. Short bow. I think I'm going to wait for the support. I'm going to trade you the bow up, short bow, no. And I'm going to use the Orion's bow. And that way Wrath will also promote. Support can be activated in the next turn, it's okay. With this we have met our support requirements. I suspected we probably grinded it up to... Wow, those are very nice gains actually. I didn't know Nomad gets like an even distribution on everything. What you don't get a lot of is speed. Like at 14 speed, you're pretty slow. I mean, I guess Merlinus can just take the throne in case they approach it that much. Okay, I don't think I double, but it doesn't matter because I have as much critical with an Iron Lance as you have with a Killing Edge. Another Marcus level coming. Actually, level 20. That's level 20 coming. So the final level for Marcus is about... Alright, poison bows. Annoying, but not really menacing. They obviously prefer attacking the armors, which is sort of good news for us. I'd rather you weren't the first to move, because now even if the archers would like to attack close range, they won't be able to. I think I'm going to get my last level by dodging an arrow. I was going to say I'm using a longbow, so I don't want to use it up too much. Thankfully that was a single arrow, because Luis is good. Speed and luck, I'll take that. I think most of your defensive capabilities come from, you know, being able to properly dodge stuff thanks to supports. So I'm not complaining at all. Okay. My voice might not be the best today. I don't know why, but these last days I've been having like some voice trouble, I guess. That's level 20. That's level 20. And it's a pretty bad level 20. But we'll take it. We'll take it. That's the end of Marcus levels. And that was a sniper, by the way. Last sniper goes for you and kills, but they pretty much boxed themselves in. So now I can just at least finish the snipers. There it is, goes for Jafar. Okay, I don't have a dancer and I honestly don't know. Yeah, I don't think I reach in time, so we have an actual problem. But the sniper is the important one. How about I go for this first? I have silencer. Well, I don't need silencer if I get a crit. Okay, that takes care of the sniper. Then I'd say it's about bulk. So 37 with 10, 12. 34 with 8, 10. Eliwood is clearly better. I thought I'd say that. I should have done it in a different way, but that's okay, it's going to work. And now you can get the restore and you can use it. No problem. Anymore. Now Jafar is recovered. Unfortunately this guy is here, but I don't think there's a lot I can do about that. Yeah, please hit me. No, I get a crit. Okay, I really want to get poisoned like that. That would be pretty nice to avoid getting berserk, but I'll just hold my position, I think, with Ling. No, actually fall back and just support. Wrath, tell me the rest of your story, please. Why did you have to leave the tribe? The tribe diviner saw a bad omen in the stars. As the chieftain's son, I had to leave to prevent disaster. What disaster? Can't say. But the diviner did tell me I would know when the time came. He said I was born into this land to stop the burning, a dark flame consuming all. At the time, I was less than 4, without even the means to survive. I wandered, not knowing right from left. The people of other tribes loved and ridiculed me. I do not feel the loneliness now as I did then. But sometimes I remember. I have never felt so alone. I see. That makes sense. When I first met you, I felt like we had something in common. Maybe it was because we shared the experience of being alone. Lynn? Yes. You sure it's alright for you to be here? The battle's not over. You're right. But I don't feel like I'll leave you. When I'm with you, I feel safe. I can sense your strength. Lynn. Please, Wrath. Let me stay here, just for a while. Fine. As you wish. Okay. I have to say I quite like this support. I think it's a pretty good one. Wrath. Yes, I thought that the big thing with Jafar is the hit on the enemies is not very good and he doesn't counter on range. So a lot of people are going to try to attack him from range and just miss. Okay, saving some uses, Marcus. I appreciate it. This is no experience for anyone, but I mean, even if he's not getting experience, this is Marcus Emblem still. And I think I'm at the point in the series where I don't have to worry about experience that much, like I just have to worry about clearing the maps. And Marcus is definitely my best unit to doing so. Lombo. Okay. I thought for sure by moving Priscilla, Isadora 1 square up, I would be safe, but no. Okay, these guys just aren't that strong. Okay. Well, Marcus will just destroy the Lombo then, and I'm pretty sure that saves me from almost everything. Marcus is almost the first in my deployment order, so that should mean drop our Lombo would be useful. That should mean I'm safe from almost everything. I need to restore Hawkeye. Hawkeye is the dangerous one. Jafar seems like he's going to take a nap. Alright. Lyn doesn't get to do a lot in this situation, I think, so that's probably for the best. I have to say this is pretty annoying. Just get a silencer. No silencer, so it's not a kill. Can be a kill for Serra instead. A bit of a speed, alright, 21 speed I like. And weapon rank, A rank? Yeah, with Serra in range I would have actually been able to kill and probably been a bit more accurate, but that's alright, you can't get absolutely everything. So I don't want to advance too much with Florina, so I guess just taking care of you is a good idea. Then I'd like to kill the sniper, but I don't know if I can. Especially with this guy in range. I didn't pay a lot of attention to him when placing Hector. As a Wodao, he might crit Hector. The thing is, Hector has like, he has 24 defense, and this guy has 20 attacks, so I'm not really worried. In fact, I think Hawkeye can also tank pretty well. I could probably just go in here and do something like this. Yeah. I'm going to do this and this. He'll probably pick you, Wrath. Let's be honest here, because of low defenses and stuff, and not being able to counter. But you also don't get doubled, I think. Or, well, 14 speed, you might get doubled. Yeah, you do get doubled, because you're the slowest, the worst unit in the world, basically. Okay, well, just don't crit me. He didn't crit. Even though he had 52 critical, he didn't crit. So that works. Don't try this at home. I now have a chance to do some damage at least. I'm not going to get a critical for the third time against an important enemy, but you know. Do you reach actually? Yeah, you do. So like this? Yeah. It was at 73, so it wasn't completely accurate, but nice. Okay, I'd rather give the promoted... That's a good level. I'd rather give the promoted kills to someone that is a Marcus, so other people can try first. I actually now have Hector support, which does count for quite a lot, because 24 critical, good avoid. So that getting hit by Nosferatu would be, yeah, a lot of health back for him. But I can get my crit now. No. Well, I leave him hanging by just a little bit of health. So I can now just take the kill easily. By the way, restore before I forget. Wow, alright. Alright. I think I have double wind with Wrath and Lyn. Some speed finally. Finally. That's what made you get double, so. Yeah, Lyn is wind, Wrath is dark, but they both give critical, I'm pretty sure. We just take care of you. I didn't even check damage because, I mean, it's Marcus, bro. Still with 46 health. We delete the Luna and actually I'm going down with Merlin. Yes, for shits and giggles, because technically I can give support to Marcus if I go down, so... Well... Do you have a Javelin? Yes. So this way I'll counter the Mage. And I'll get a white gem, which is money. Okay, more people coming, more people coming, more people coming. I see an Eclipse. That would be scary if you have like any battle capabilities at all. Yeah, as it is right now, I think I'm just going to wait with you. And that way I'm forming a barrier. I'm going to take the chest. Draco Shield. Okay. Wow. I didn't expect to get another stat booster. I thought the body ring would be the stat booster. Miraculously, Serra's range is just enough to be able to do both of these things. So yeah, what I need urgently if I want to be consistent against the enemies and against Denin is Louis support. Magic. Nice. So it's true you're able to reach all the way there, but I mean, I think... Yeah, no, take care of this guy. And we put Pent just below the pillar. Not taking advantage of the pillar does hurt me. More than you'd ever know. But it's okay. Like, sometimes you have to do this type of stuff. No, 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 no. I have a perfect role for Isadora to fulfill. You can be the one to take and drop Matthew. Actually, no one else can do that. That way I have Marcus available. And we know Marcus is pretty good at killing. So yeah, as much as I would like to give a promoted enemy to someone else, Marcus is the right unit to take this kill. And then, yeah, I think next turn is going to be a Hammer. Sword River down to 1 use, and I'm going to hammer on it because it's been very useful in certain situations, so I think it deserves it. That's level 2? Level 2. Yeah, levels after promo in this game, I either promote very late or they just don't matter that much, because by that time your team is already built. Oh, Elibuth. Forgot about you, my man. So then in that move. Yes, a message from Lorna Gallery await you on the Druid Isle. I think I've heard that battle quote before. Alright, they move first. Yeah, I was more so scared of like Eclipse being able to kill The guy I physic, the last NPC, I'm pretty sure. Now I think I can reach with Wrath, Marcus, Pent, and probably Luis. Denin, of course. So let's go for that. And Luis definitely reaches. Okay. Yeah, for a moment I thought that was, but no. 8 damage, not a lot. I should really start with Marcus. Yeah, my chances are good. I can even pass him the silver. What I can do is this. I can block this guy from escaping, thanks to Merlinus, and that way I'm providing Marcus some support. I wanted to take the Silver Lance, but that's not doable. Let's just go for this. Have a bit of crit. And even if I don't, I leave you at 19, which is like pretty manageable. I'd rather you weren't the one to take the kills, so that's fine. Does he have like a lot of resistance? Yeah, he has 22 resistance. That's why you're not taking a lot. So I can almost kill. I can almost taste it. Yes, I think it's Hellfire and then the kill goes to Luis. Nice. Level 11. Some magic. I'll take that for sure. Can we... You know, I'll do the Brave Bow. Okay. The Superior Sniper. There goes Denin, and that's a level for Luis. Yeah, that's why this is very good experience. You should always try to give it to someone that is in cap. A bit of a strength. I'll gladly take that, especially after the previous one was speed. I'm so good. I'm so fucking good. It's unfair. Alright. Sword River back to 15 uses. I still have 1 use of Hammer. I don't know what to use it on. I think it can be used on staves in this game. I'm not sure, but I think so. Okay, I'll go with this. We'll start with this, and then Lyn takes it. Probably can do... Oof, no. Will have to be Wrath. Yep. Okay, 1 Luna down. The other guy has 1 use of Eclipse. I'm pretty sure he prefers to use Eclipse, but I'm not going to risk it. Some speed on Wrath, finally. All the speed he didn't get when, you know, before promo. Now he's going with it. Okay. I'm opening the path for Marcus to destroy the druid, by the way. And I think Raven's use has to be that. So... Oh, easy, easy. I thought I might not have enough damage. No, it's just because I'm using units like Wrath, Luis. You can never trust a bow user. I'm pretty sure by killing Denin I stop reinforcements, so I don't really have to worry about anything now. The one thing I could decide is who's going to get the body ring. I have different candidates. Lyn is honestly not a bad candidate. Her constitution at 6 is a bit low, and with the Soul Catty I know she gets a slowdown a lot. The thing is, with her current weapons, she doesn't really care. It would be like a Soul Catty only thing. You have, by the way, 6 constitutions, same. Silver Bow is 6 weight. Okay, it's not worth it. Like, yeah, you get slowed down by the Brave Bow, but who doesn't? And if you use the Brave Bow, you already can't double. So, yeah, I don't think you're worth it. I think Eliwood has enough at 9. You know, most weapons are okay to use with a bit of a penalty. So yeah, I do think that the bothering is going on Lin. Anyone else? Florina would lose the capability to carry Hector. So even though I like to give it to Florina, sometimes it's a no. I want to carry Hector around. And the rest are just not important enough for my army. I know I said Isadora, but Isadora is probably not making it to the end game. I like her, but because I like her, I want to give her like a fair chance. And this is not it. So 8 Constitution on you. Okay, I think that's it. It's a shame about Priscilla. She's level 5 Troubadour, so she's not going to make it to promo. But we are okay. Like, it's not like I need to promote her for her to be useful. Lorector, are you unharmed? Protect Lorector, Knights of Ostia attack, blah 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 blah. Yeah, very useful Knights of Ostia. Accept the side quest. Of course. Of course. That's battle preparations. Alright, free level for Merlinus. 30k. And let's shop. Let's shop. Ooh, 1, 2, and 3 killer lances. I think I bought 4 maybe. 1 Axe River. And 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get a single. No, I'll get 2 pure waters, and I'll get like. Give me the silver. You probably know what I'm going to do, right? Come on, it's Marcus' emblem. Even for this chapter, he has to be the protagonist. Welcome, would you like to wager? 640, that's not a lot, right? It's a general. Of course it has to be a general when I'm wielding. Oh, I have an Iron Lance. I thought they pick your weaponry. Well then. This should be okay. I double, right? Yeah. Poor general. Yeah, even in arena, I can do well with Marcus. Obviously, I'm not getting any experience here. This is just for the money. Money I don't need either, but that's okay. Alright. A rank with Marcus. AA, like AB. Lin and yeah. We don't have Pent and Luis and Matthew and Sarah here, but they also have reached their objectives, so I've basically done everything I wanted to. Okay, so battle preparation is pretty simple. I hope you didn't get too bored with this. I should cover it. Alright, here we are. Victory or death. With an Arcel going to the convoy, just because. This map isn't that easy. You do have to worry about a lot of long range weapons. I remember the wyverns being very scary. And there's a lot of positional reinforcements that just appear in the same turn as you. So you really have to be careful. Sort of. We'll see later. Okay, so Marcus here, 1 round is the important thing. I did consider sending Pent to the right side, but my biggest concern in here aren't the armors, is the nomads that start appearing after a while. So even if right now there's like a lot of physical, very tanky enemies, nomads are the type of enemy that I feel Pent isn't that good against, because they are very very fast to the point where they might not get doubled by him. But Marcus with a javelin should be like a pretty strong counter. He doesn't get slowed down by anything. It's like 21 speed. That probably can double nomads. Okay, you go for Raven. That's probably the edge of your range. You go for Merlinus. I did think that could happen. And you go for Florina with a bow. That's not effective damage, by the way, because we have the Delphi shield. If it was effective, it would have been even more. bolting on Raven. Now that's scary. Okay, I can dance you a bit ahead, but with you being no flyer, I don't think it actually will kill. I think I just need to approach a little bit before I actually take action against the... Oof, okay. There's that. So if I attack, I would have been in trouble. I actually think this is for the best. Okay, okay, and then with the Marcus support, I can probably take the kill for the other guy. It's true that lances aren't the best against a silver axe. I have a bit of a weapon disadvantage situation happening here, but that's okay, because it's Marcus. Alright. Alright. Reason I equipped the Iron Sword, not because of the Swordmaster, but because of this guy. Even a crit from the Swordmaster after the Steel Axe wouldn't kill, so... Yeah. Maybe because I prioritized the... Wow. Yeah. Weapon advantage didn't work for you, my fellow. Maybe because I prioritized the guy on the bottom right, I feel like now the most concerning ballista is the one on top. I mean, Hector can still do it. Hector is almost unkillable in these situations, but yeah, not great. Hector has nothing to worry about with these guys. 2 hit, 0 damage. He has experience for Iron Axe, so it's a good exchange. The ideal thing would be for him to damage the other guy, the warrior, quite a lot, so that he can come closer and we finish with Florina. And if we take care of the guy in there, then that's it. Okay, can we double? Yes, crit? No, no crit. Eliwood can take this one, actually. Okay. Was that like minimal advance? I don't like it. Do they only want to come if there's a lot of them, or what's happening here? Well, the Paladin went for Pent, because that's the only option we gave, I think. Yes. The other guys didn't actually reach. You keep going for Raven obsessively because, as I said, I think it has to do with deployment order. And I think that we don't have to worry about Nomads going for... Okay, I don't actually one-round the Nomads. I might with Isadora's help, but right now I don't. So... what I'm going to do is the following. I'm going to use the lance. This will probably force them to attack in range. And then I can fall back a little bit and use Isadora. Alright. This guy did want to go for Wrath. Obviously because Wrath and Luis were the ones that didn't counter, and Luis's defense has to be higher. But yeah, Luis is doing the most important thing here, which is providing support. Pent. By providing that support, Pent becomes almost unkillable. That's the one unit that couldn't reach Pent that I mentioned. I might run out of Thunders at some point in here. Then we have to switch into the Hellfire, which is more damage, less critical. I prefer the critical because I think even a bit more damage doesn't do enough to be able to one-shot Wyverns. So yeah, having the possibility of just triggering a crit and saving uses is better. And it also has more uses on base, the Thunder. Really, Pent is like the one unit in this game that I feel poses any threat to the Marcus supremacy. Like, I do think Marcus is better, and availability is obviously in a whole different world. But Pent is so good with no investment so good. He outclasses every mage and healer option in this game. With such a high margin is almost ridiculous. But well, yeah, as I said, we actually need, well, we might not need the killer. We don't. Let's save the killer. One of my best bows after all. There's a lot of one range exclusive enemies in... I do think that one of the best chapters for a very good, you know, offensive potential only unit is Endgame. Because Endgame provides a lot of use for, yeah, for glass cannons. 7 hit. Be careful. Be careful. We saw an Eclipse hitting on the last map, so no yo. 0 damage here, okay. Yeah, I think the Lightbrand is either still physical or the damage is reduced to be so poor that Hector doesn't really care. Oh yeah, as I said, that guy was able to reach the... Okay, I didn't realize. Also, here I don't kill. I don't one round. There's not an increase in damage. The increase is critical. So, I either get a critical or I don't kill. Yeah, like this one. Which is not a problem in this situation. Marcus is still, you know, he doesn't need the experience. But it could have been a problem if I really needed everyone to be dead. Okay, 1 HP, 1 HP. That works, still works. Marcus can block the bandits. The bandits appearing here have taken those ruins as their objective. So I obviously don't want that to happen. Oh, I don't kill. I thought I would be able to do enough in 1 hit. Okay. I mean, that still works. Matthew, data level? Yeah, considering he gets like 34 unpromoted. Some damage. Look at you, look at you. He's trying to be the best Matthew possible so that I don't have to use him ever again. That's my headcanon. He's behaving like the strongest Matthew ever so that he saves me the trouble of using Matthew ever again. In the future I can always say, you know, I've tried Matthew. He wasn't that good. Okay. I'll just take the forts and advance. Okay. And I'll keep Priscilla out of that range. Whoa, that's scary. Is that a perch, by the way? No. Aura and Fortify. Aura. Just casually. Yeah, okay. I can approach quite a lot. I could even take hold of the ballista, but I didn't. Because you know, things. 27. If you don't hit here, you lose your chance. Oh no. Yes, doesn't want. It's slightly like escaping. I think they like to stand just outside of the range of your units when they use Siege Magic. It's an interesting AI. It means you can probably force them to be in certain places if you really overthink it. And yeah, they just keep targeting Raven. Oh, I remember these ones. They are loads of free experience. It's working. Level 5, Serra. Lots of speed, that I can't complain about. She probably doesn't get doubled by, you know, even crazy people like only ruins. Sophia. Arcsage? You're not the Arcsage. Sorry for my mistake. Who are you? I'm from Arcadia. I wanted to speak to the Arcsage, but he's not here. Yeah, that's right. I see. Do you need this? Well, what is it? It's a talisman. A talisman? For the future, please don't lose. If the light is strong enough, can dispel the darkness. Well, I don't need like common lances. Yeah, that's good for Marcus. I can give him more resistance. Okay, so that wasn't final form Marcus. I talked about it being final form Marcus. No. That's a bit of movement. That's okay. Now the bandits are going to the left because they are targeting the middle thing, which I'm pretty sure is like... Isn't it Seth's Litany? The middle one and the top one is Renault. Alright. For skill and luck. That's nice. Yeah, there's risk. If there's anyone that can die to these guys, it's actually Florina. So I shouldn't have stayed here. She takes a lot of damage. Like, Steel Lancers reduce their speed to absolutely nothing, so maybe they are more of an Hector feeding category. Well, Florina doesn't take a lot of damage from the guy, but if he uses Sora... Don't. Okay. That was obviously perfectly planned. You might have not seen it, but I was like... You know... measuring the RNG, I don't know what the fuck people do. Yeah. So... Middle part, covered. Top part, sort of covered. And... Down here, there's reinforcements. I didn't remember those, have to be honest. But I think we should be okay. If Isadora is able to... No, she's not. I mean, if Marcus is struggling, I can understand Isadora not being able to kill. Okay, she can try to weaken. Whoa. That's not only weakening, that's a lot of damage. I guess I can just leave. Yeah, okay. That works. Eventually, when Serran and Matthew are there, I was about to say Jafar. Then I'll be able to do a bit more, but right now, that's enough. And yeah, here I'm also taking 12 damage. I double, probably. But it's also not really good. I mean, I have to say, everyone but Hector is just garbage. Okay, at least a bit more damage. Arad had a lot of speed travel, and Hector, Hollywood had a lot of strength travel, so even if now they are starting to compensate, I don't know, man. Okay, the advance is occurring. I love that critical. It's so cool. I have to say the Wrath sprite is slightly different from other nomads like in FE6, and it's like a very cool looking one. Okay, here I think I might double. Yeah. I'm using up-hand axes, which isn't my favorite thing in the world, but, you know, any potential javelin will be dead. Whoa. Okay. Chill, Hector. Does my Hector have a lot of crit, or is it just because the enemies in this map are morphs, so zero luck is really making a difference? Whatever the case, I feel like I'm getting tons of crits. There we go. Yeah, it can't be... Well, Renault has a fair amount of skill, right? That's like his thing. He has like traditionally non-bishop stats. Like a skill, defense, because he didn't used to be a bishop. Okay, that could have killed, probably. But it didn't. So we're okay. You have a stop. Nice. Nice. Okay, now that I have Renault in here, I can actually heal my people with Fortify. The thing is, Fortify is sort of valuable, so I would prefer to get some other stuff, if possible. That's a lance. Yeah, we are exactly where we want to be. Oh, exactly where we want to be. Kill for Florina. Florina is still getting a lot of experience. These are Falconites, so I get it, but 21 speed, pretty nice. Has to be one of my fastest. Well, together with Marcus. And yeah, Renault has what? Only a Fortify? Yeah, Fortify and another light run. Have tons of those, and I still haven't used any. Right now I just need to block the rest. Okay, you went for Luis. And you go for Serra. You actually hit, and I get a crit. Which is bad. It's bad because then you can get your reinforcements back on that spot at the next turn. But as I sort of theorize, they have a stop. Okay, I need to ignore the Wyverns because we're not prepared to deal with them. The one unit prepared to deal with them is Marcus. So what I need here is... yeah, he has a killer. Double support and stay on the range. Okay, save that for the promoted paladin, please. As if there are some promoted paladins, but you know what I mean. Okay, he's not saving it. He's not saving it. He's using up the 35 critical. It's not going to happen now. Promoted, yeah, there's 60 critical, and a crit doesn't kill actually. So would be nice to double. Yes, I double. Okay. A crit is 42, doesn't deplete your HP in a single hit, but one crit plus one hit does. Alright, Silver Sword. Probably the most scary thing that Pent is going to face, to be completely fair. He switches into the Hellfire just in time to see the promoted, go for him, 14 damage, okay. Gets hit by both, doesn't matter. That just means 2 promoted kills for Pent. Okay. Now is there going to be... that's a crit. Yeah, he just didn't care. He just didn't care. He knew he had all this critical in the back. They'll keep appearing, and there are also some new and annoying reinforcements from the back. In case you left Merlinus behind, I guess, something like that. And Serra gets the promo kill. I wasn't really thinking about it. Okay, that's fine, that's fine. Can you get one magic and prove that you are better than Renault? No, I guess you can't. She does have the same speed, which is crazy. Well, anyways, Marcus can tank an arrow to the face, no problem. I am a bit scared because I just saw some of the ballista are killer ballista. I didn't really know about this. Okay, I think now there's either armor appearing or whatever the case. Handax. Talisman. Doesn't look like there's anything appearing there. I think Lin is alright, I guess. Alright. Okay. I guess we can do this. I see the play and I think I don't really care. Like, what are you going to do to Hector? You don't double, Hector. One thing is, 12 speed is enough to not get doubled by aborting. I have to believe. 17 speed, 20 weight. Yeah, there's no way in hell you have 4 constitution. You're a myth yet. So, Killer Axe and get the fuck out. Okay. That takes care of that. That works. Alright, getting closer. Potentially a group to challenge Limstella with. As I said, there are some armors here. They are scary. I'd like to have a hammer or something, but it's not available. Would be great to take the fort in the middle now. Hey! There it is, there it is. 31 damage, 31 health. There are one-shots available. Can we level 1 magic pen? Just for the meme. Yeah. To be honest, that's probably better. 20 speed is very good. Now, 23 speed doesn't W. And I think 23 speed is Linus. So no yoke at all. Well, Linus has a Brave Sword, so it doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, if you had level spent, yeah, I know you get crits, I get the point, but you would have been able to one-shot without a critical. Don't you want that to happen? You want to be funny. Okay, anyways, even if enemies keep appearing here, I know I have to use up 2 units to do this because I need the support from Luis to, you know, increase survivability by a bit. But we're okay. Yeah, they keep appearing from the same spot. Let me see. Limstella going for Isadora with 1 crit and 30 damage. Really? I didn't expect my resistance to be so bad comparatively. Okay, I guess that means I just have to get Isadora out of the way. If she's taking 30 damage, then Lyn probably gets one-shot here. Okay, here I 1 round back. That was kind of what I wanted. I would like to battle Limstella this turn, and I think with 10 movement I might be able to, yes, reach her. This could be a very nice and clean clear if I can just approach with Marcus and use the Silver Lance now. And if that wasn't enough, I could potentially use a warp. I normally like to use the warp with Renault from the top, not even joking, because in the past I've tended to take Merlinus to the top, to the place where Renault is, but this time I don't have that available. Well, we do reach, and I can do only 11 times 2, okay. And my damage isn't that great. You still have 2 uses? 2 uses. Crit would be better. I mean, doing damage isn't going to hurt me, and I could get crits. So, let's start with that. I'm not scared of the Fimbulvetors, so it's a nice start. What does Limstella want to do now? She probably prefers, yeah, she prefers bolting. Both because of the crit, which I get, and also because of the not getting countered. That has to count for something. Don't burn my Silver Lances, please. Marcus is just getting crits well over his possibilities. Okay, well, this doesn't even bother me because at least I kill you. Am I going to get promoted enemies at the end of this turn, or no? Seems like they have stopped. So there's only 1 bolting left. I'll go with more Silver Lances. Oh, nice. Down to 29, 19. Even better. Even better. I could now warp. It would be glorious. Let me just check. I really wanted to use the warp there. I'm sorry. It might be enough. Okay, there's things I haven't taken into account. One of them is the bolting, that lets you be doubled. The other is the gate, that gives you 2 defense. So I was short more damage than I thought, but I get the crit. I can give the kill to Wrath. And it's obviously better than giving it to Marcus. We took the 3 ruins, cleared them up, and even did the unthinkable, giving the boss kill to Wrath. Perfect. I'm not human. This body and this heart are construct. As is this pain. As is this sorrow. Sorry. It's one of my favorite boss quotes in the series, to be honest. I can't believe I fucked it up. Strength and speed are very, very good. And a Fimbul better, I think, is the superior choice. I know bolting is cool, but I think Fimbul better is better. Okay, Marcus, once again, instrumental. I'm highlighting a lot the importance of Marcus lately because I get the feeling that Marcus might not be as great in the final map. I feel like the final map is one of the worst maps for Marcus. Maybe for your regular Marcus, because after all, mine is very buffed. You know, this sort of stats you don't normally see on Marcus, and he does have S rank, so this is going to sound like an absolute joke, but Rex Hasta, something that exists. So watch out for Rex Hasta, Marcus. But yeah, that will be in the next part. I've been thinking about it a lot. I don't know if I'll be able to do like final of FE7 and then start in FE6, because I want to check some things about the FE6, that it looks properly, that, you know, stuff. So, yeah. I know lately uploads have been a lot more irregular. And I have to apologize for that because, you know, there's been like holidays, a lot of construction work outside of my building. Even when I was in holidays and I wanted to record during the morning, because that was basically my free time. The rest was, you know, hanging around with people, actually enjoying my holidays. During the morning, there was the construction work happening. There was a lot of noise. I was afraid of the mic picking up on it, and even if it didn't, it was just too difficult to concentrate. Anyway, next part is going to be the finale of FE6, of FE7. Please, of FE7. Probably a more uncut version than any previous chapter before, because, you know, every enemy in that map is sort of a mini boss. So I'll try and battle everyone. I'll try to show off some of Marcus' capabilities, get the last conversation for Penta and Luis. I also think that's going to be sort of cool. And finally, I will be able to see the Ninian and Eliwood joint ending. So yeah, with all that stuff happening immediately after that, starting FE6, I think would be a bit overkill. If you liked this part, any of the previous parts, or, you know, the series, consider liking, subscribing, leaving a comment. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Bye.